Today on the Charge Up, softball tries to advance to the NE10 finals. Lacrosse looks to keep their playoff momentum going. We'll discuss our stars of the week, and we'll reveal our favorite moments from the 2018-19 sports season. It's all coming up on the Charge Up. Hello everyone, and welcome to the semester finale of the Charge Up. I'm James Cassidy, and with me today for the last time is Devin Maida, Christy Geronimo, and Ethan Cardona. What's going on, everybody?
It's great to be here.
I'm not crying, you're crying.
One last round. Here we go.
Here it is, and we're looking at for a great show today. Let's get to the action. After advancing to the NE10 semifinals on a walk-off home run, softball could not advance any further as they lost to St. Anselm 5-1 Friday. Guys, what do we see from the Chargers this weekend?
We saw an all-around great effort from our ladies. They put on a great performance, got us an awesome, heroic win in the first game in the first round, and a tough loss in the second round against one of the top teams in the country, so really nothing to hang their head against.
Yeah, overall 2 solid games, but obviously they had the 2 errors in the second game that really hurt the momentum going forward in that game. We saw a really solid pitching performance from Maya Iodice, who went 6 innings, 6 hits, and only gave 3 earned runs in the last inning. So if they don't have those 2 errors, who knows how that shakes out in the rest of the game.
They were held to only 2 hits the whole game, so she pitched a hell of a game for just going in. I did not expect her getting any time in either game, but she did a great job going in relief in game 1, and then game 2 she held her own.
Definitely.
Yeah, the errors were definitely a huge point. You know, you have 2 outfield errors in the opening inning that allowed 2 runs to score. That really just, it sets your mind back. You're already like, wow, we're going into their place. Yeah. We're playing them. They're ranked top 25 in the nation. Now we're down 2-0, and it's our fault.
Yeah, and they had to deal with bad weather, too, being away for 2 days.
Yeah.
So it was a really great performance by these girls.
Honestly, dealing with the tough circumstances of playing last year's national runner-up in their home field and dealing with some tough situations that went against them, like those errors, I think it really showed the fight that this team has going into NCAAs. And who do you think are some players that could really make a difference for this team in the regional coming up?
You got Maya Case, who's up there with average RBIs. You got Maddie DeRosia holding down the fort in the bottom of the lineup. Sierra Whitlock. You can name any of these girls.
Yeah, Vanessa Strom, she hit the game-winning home run. Taylor Luzzi, Sierra Whitlock, all these players that have been contributing late in the season will most likely still contribute that going into NCAAs.
I think it's honestly a toss-up. I think we can, like you said, we can name whoever we want. At the end of the day, someone's going to step out. And if we name every player except one, that's going to be the one that steps up.
Exactly.
So someone always just picks up the torch and runs with it, says, you know what, this is my game to shine. It's not like one player's going to do it every game. It's someone different every time, and I think we're going to see that going into the regional play.
Exactly. Softball will be dancing as they clinch the 7th seed in the NCAA Division II East Region Championship.
After a thrilling come-from-behind overtime victory Wednesday, women's lacrosse playoff run came to an end Saturday as they lost to Merrimack 15-11. Guys, what were the biggest factors in this game?
I think we just ran into an extremely hot team at this point. This Merrimack team, a lot of people won't talk about that because they were the lower seed going up against us, but this team knocked out the number 2 team, not just in the NE10, but in the country, in Adelphi, to get to the game against us, and then went on to beat the number 1 team in the nation, Lemoyne, in the NE10 championship game. So I think we ran into this Merrimack team, who was very good to begin with, another one of the nationally ranked teams in the NE10, and playing at their very best in the tournament. So it just was one really good team going up against another, but it's just them having the momentum kind of helped them get over the line this game.
Yeah, it's tough when you're playing a team like that who's coming in so hot. So it's like, what are we going to do? This team is unstoppable. They're riding high, but they still put on a great performance. I mean, New Haven, we led in shots on goal, free position shots, draw controls, and ground balls. I think it was just one of those days where not every goal was hitting because you're leading in shots, you expect to win, but it is what it is. It's not always just in the numbers.
Yeah, when you lead in those categories, you expect to be in the lead and be winning, but unfortunately they couldn't do that because, as you said, they won the draw control battle, so that meant that they had the ball on offense, just weren't capitalizing as we usually see them do.
Yeah, and I think it's not even like I don't want to put all the blame on the team, so to speak, but like if we're leading in shots, we're leading in shots on goal. I guess we can't not give credit to the goalkeepers for Merrimack. It's really like we know the powerhouse that is the New Haven Lacrosse offense. They will score.
Exactly.
Unless someone is literally a brick wall in net that they're not going to score. So hats off to them. And like you mentioned, they beat the top 2 teams in the nation.
Yeah.
And
that's hard to do in a season, never mind to do it over about a week to
Yeah.
go
In playoff time.
exactly.
And they went-
Everyone's peaking.
yeah, they went into Lemoyne, the defending national champions, the 1 seed in the country, and beat them on their own field.
I didn't think anyone's going to be able to beat that
No.
team.
I thought that team was going to run away with the national championship.
exactly.
They were going to kill in any 10s. Whoever they played, they were going to destroy them. Go into the national championships and just beat everyone. And here they are on their heads now with Merrimack going into Division I as the defending champions.
Yeah, but we had a lot of momentum going into this game also because we came against Pace where Mackenzie Ray hit that game-winning overtime goal to put us into that situation. And then they're only down 7-5 at halftime. And they got down 10-5 in the second half, but the offense kept going, kept gaining momentum, and we eventually won that game. So Merrimack had a lot of momentum, but we also did too. So it's a even battle there.
It was one great season for the Chargers.
It
It was.
Women's lacrosse will return in spring 2020.
Welcome to another edition of our Stars of the Week segment. Guys, who shined brightest this week?
Mine's easy. I'm going with the hero of the week, Vanessa Strom, who hit the walk-off home run to get the Chargers their first win in the NE10 tournament. And I think that might have gotten them, especially helped them with that bid into the to the big dance. So kudos for her. She went 2 for 2, had the big dinger, and that's my star of the week.
Nice.
My star of the week comes from women's lacrosse. It is Emily Holland. She had 4 goals, 2 assists for a total of 6 points in the 2 postseason games. So a lot of momentum for her going into next season. Hopefully she will be a big contributor to the offense next season.
Yep, and my star of the week comes from the baseball team. They wrapped up this weekend with a 3-game set at St. Rose. My star is Andrew Garcia, the star first baseman, went 4 for 10, hit the game-winning 2-run single in Game 2 to clinch. It snapped the losing streak for the Chargers, end their season on a high note with a win. He ends his career a .259 hitter, so pretty solid over the course of his 4 years, and he definitely had a nice way to end his career here as a Charger, so that's my star.
Nice. All great performances, all deserving of their Star of the Week.
As we close out our last episode of the semester, the guys would like to share their favorite moments to cover during the 2018-19 sports season. Guys, which moments stood out to you?
Well, the biggest thing that stood out to me was the volleyball season this season. It was great to cover. They had a lot of momentum coming in from last season. So to watch them extend their regular season winning streak, that was great to watch. And then also the controversy with Anna Pago and the coaching staff, that was also great to cover because you didn't know how they were going to respond because obviously they had Robin Salters in there, then they had a new coach, and then she came out and Robin Salters came back in. So it's great to cover how they respond to that, and then obviously it didn't end the way they wanted it to by they lost in the first round of the NE10 championship, but overall great season to watch and great thing to cover.
I mean, it was, what could we have picked? I picked any sport, and all of them were awesome to cover, but I think I'm going to go with last year's baseball team, the 2018 baseball team, which started the season off 16-0, ridiculous. I thought I was like a cheat code. Like, what are these guys doing? Program record, 39 wins. They were the NE10 runner-up in the tournament, and they made regional NCAA East Regional semifinals. So made it all the way. Look at all those accolades they had. Superstars all over that team with Joe Keiko, Tom Walraven, Tim Kennedy, David Palmer, you name it. It was like an all-star team out there for one college team for the Chargers.
Exactly. Like you said, we covered a lot of great teams this semester, and I picked our football team from this season. We saw some of the greatest players that we, through our 4 years here at the school, and had some of the greatest performances this season. Ajay Patterson winning NE10 MVP for the year. And not only that, Jawan Williams breaking records in his one season with at the school at the wide receiver spot. And then even more importantly, I think, we got to see the New Haven football team actually win an NCAA playoff game, which not even at home, going down to Westchester, who was one of the top teams in the country this year, and especially in our region. And they went down there and actually showed up and played a really great game. And it was just great to see one of the football team, which we have seen have so much potential throughout our time here, kind of finally come through and win that game in a tough situation and really show Charger spirit and Charger pride.
Yeah, definitely all great picks, guys, and we thank you for your time here and wish you the best of luck.
That's all we have for the Charge Up this semester.
We want to thank all our fans and viewers for their continued support.
We couldn't have done it without the help of New Haven Chargers Athletics and all the athletes and coaches that have come on the show.
For live game streaming, go to newhavenchargers.com, and for up-to-date campus news, visit chargerbulletin.com.
I'm James.
I'm Devin.
I'm Chris.
I'm Ethan, and I'll see you next semester on
The Charge Up.
Gentlemen.